Hi everyone, I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. Alright, this one's called Skipping Work. Out of bed, put on my shoes. I'm off to work, no time to lose. Last night I had fun, but now I'm a sleepy one. Today, but it's off to work, off to work. I hate to go, how I hate to go. I just took off 2 days ago. Oh, it's such a lovely day. How I'd like to stay and do some things I like to do. But it's skipping work. Skipping work is on my mind. On my mind. Yes. Skipping work. Yeah. Even though I never called off from work, I really thought about calling off today.
What?
You know, I kind of pride myself to being punctual, being very punctual and stuff like that. But I couldn't find myself doing it today. I couldn't find myself. So I just went on in and worked the day out. But look, if you have to call off, man, don't tell elaborate lies about why you can't come to work. You see? Why you can't come to work. You keep telling people your car broke down, or some pipes burst in the house or something like that, or maybe you tell them your grandmother died.
Man, what you talking about? What you talking about? I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well.
Hey. Yes. But you can't tell them stuff like that, because then it inadvertently happens to you for real. Then what you gonna say when it really happens to you? How you gonna call off? So, if I really want to call off, I would tell them, look, I need to be off for personal reasons. Yes, that's it. If you tell them personal reasons, they're not supposed to continue to ask you. I just say, look, I need to call off for personal reasons. That it's just that simple. That way you're not lying about nothing. You just saying personal reason. The personal reason is you just didn't feel like getting up today. Yeah. You just didn't feel like getting up. You want to stay in the bed. But it was nothing wrong with me, so I just decided to go on in, And that's what everyone should do, They shouldn't just call off willy-nilly, just call off because they got a party to go to or something like that, and then lie about stuff, So, yeah. So that's a good way to go, a good way to do it. Tell them for personal reasons. For personal reasons. That's it. Yeah. Oh man. But I started to call off today. I started to tell them personal reasons, but it's really nothing. It's just I was lazy. But it's my work time is coming to an end anyway, so I might as well stick in there and bite the bullet and leave gracefully. Leave with a perfect record of not calling off, not being late. You know, there's nothing to hinder me from getting to work. You know, so that's cool though. So remember what I said. Don't make up elaborate lies about how you can't come to work and stuff like that. Just tell them you need to call off for personal reasons. That's it. Now, I'm telling you that, but look, sometimes it doesn't work too good. You know, sometimes you may have been late a couple of times. You may have been calling off a couple of times and stuff. So the personal reasons would work then in cases like that. You know. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. Yeah. And share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. All right, you guys. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Get your butt up and go to work.